All right, everybody. Hey, fam. Let me get myself in the zone here today. Just gonna get straight to it. Today is the video where I am going to show you how to adjust the carb and the ignition timing. And specifically, we're going to be doing the cold idle setting, the warm idle setting, the idle mixture on the carburetor, and then we will also be messing with the ignition timing and kind of blending all those together to, you know, just get the K-Truck running better, smoother, all that kind of stuff. Jumping right into it. I have removed my engine cover and I removed the plastic cover that sits on the carb this way and the plastic cover that sits on the carb this way. I wanted to lower it. It's just too hot now that it's summer. Again, so where the cover would have been on the right-hand side, move this hose over. This screw, mine has a little bit of white on it. That's your cold idle adjustment. But just so we're clear, once the truck is hot, that is our regular idle. Mixture, idle mixture screw. And this is your like accelerator body thing, like that's, we're not gonna touch that. But we need the truck to get plenty hot first. So I'm actually gonna drive and pick up a new headlight bulb. And then when we come back, we're gonna do the whole, we'll do the whole mix. So here it is, all right? I'm gonna flip the camera and here we go. This is now loose enough that I can, you know, if I give it a little bit of, see, I can finger loosen off the bolt just a little bit and I can rotate that unit now. The truck, as it sits right now, fully hot, and it's certified hot. Don't look at how little gas I have left. Look at the temperature. That's kind of the hottest I get. I can feel the heat coming from the engine. Look at that idle. I'm just under 1,000. So here we go, back of the truck. Oh, let me take this cover off. Boom, okay, that was so easy. So remember, the hose, that's cold idle. We don't need to touch that anymore. We're gonna touch this, and we're gonna bump it up a little bit. So here we go, distributor. Gonna remove it this way a little bit. You heard the engine bog down? Timing's a little too retarded. Let's, and I mean that like, you know, in the technical sense. Keep advancing it a little bit. See how the RPM's coming up? I hope you can hear that. Okay, at this point I keep rotating the distributor and I'm not getting an increase in idle. So watch, I'm gonna back it down just a little bit. Okay, it backed down just a touch. Let me just, I'm gonna finger tighten that bolt just so that this thing doesn't move. Ouch, very hot. I'm gonna come to my my idle mixture screw here. Let's give it a turn. Not really getting much of a response. It's pretty much all the way out. Let's see what happens when we go all the way in. RPMs just came up just a little bit. Okay, I kind of perceived something. Something just smoothed out a little bit with that setting. Unfinger tighten that. Let's try again. Let's back it off a touch. Okay, we're gonna back it off a touch. RPM's definitely dropped. Let's just move it a little more advanced than that. All right, right there. Hot, 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 hot. Come back to this lean idle. Again, you're gonna go by feel. Let's crank it up a little bit. That's 2 turns. Nothing, let's come down a little bit. RPM dropped just a touch. RPM dropped even more. So back up 1, back up 2, idle has smoothed out a little bit. I'm gonna go one more. I like that. I like that sound. That seems really, like, look at that. Just under 1,000. Nothing's shaking in the cab. So let's do our final round of tuning. Okay, so I'm gonna back it down just a touch. See, it bogs a little, not as smooth. Gonna come forward a little bit. No improvement from there to here. And I don't know if you can see that tiny bit I'm moving it, but there's no change in idle from there, ever so slightly. So that's where I want it to be. I want it, just gonna tighten these down so they can't move. Okay, we're gonna come here. Let's just see again, can we get any kind of change? By the way, I smell no exhaust right now. And the first time I did this, that was the first thing I noticed. The exhaust smell really went away. I was really happy with that. Let's just try it again. To the left. There was the bog. Bogs down a little bit there, so let's try one more half. Yeah, and if I go one over, no. There's the bog. So we've got the efficiency of this dialed to half a turn on the screw, which is pretty great. There's no bog with this, and if I keep making it richer, it does not raise the RPM or get any smoother, so we're gonna leave it. And then our idle, let's just go by sound here. Yeah, nice, sounds good. Let's just back it down. That sounds really nice, and I'm going to, here, let's just turn on an accessory, the lights. Okay, I feel that, you know, does that little bit of a shake. So with the lights on, I'm gonna now bump this up just a touch. That sounds awesome to me. And here, let's, that's this, and then with the RPM, with the lights off. Very little change, which is very cool. All right, so here we are, initial impressions. Oh yeah. I hope you can hear that. Like a dream. Like a dream. You know, I've been going over where I would get that spot in the RPM range, the like 4,200 to 4,400. And I mean, the truck is just moving through those RPMs like butter. Now there's no change in pitch. There's no change in like timbre or sound to the exhaust here. Let's, it's right up to 6. Hey, and we're doing over 40 miles per hour. So, I mean, this is pretty great. Well, friends, family, that was a total success. running about as smooth as you possibly could. In fact, when I started the truck at the gas stop, it only took 6.19 gallons, by the way, so still haven't broken the 7, and the needle was pretty low. But anyway, when I started the truck after filling it up, I honestly couldn't even hear that the engine was on. And how does it feel on the road? Like I said, no more rasp as I go past that 4,000 RPM barrier, and just smooth. The way it pulls in all the gears. So if you have a Subaru Sambar, I hope that helps. It should be very straightforward.